Hey, everybody. Hey, Maddie. I'm so happy that everything's going better with your son. Um, yeah, I hope everybody's good. I can only stay on for an hour today. I work tonight, so as soon as this is done, I got to get a nap in. But I am here for an hour. Hey, Sonia. I am so happy to see you here. I hope you're doing well. Remember to put your questions in all caps. Itchy eye. Yeah, 2:45 is going to be the last call for questions, as I need to hop off at 3 so I can get a nap in. Hey, Kathy. I'm great, Sonia. I am feeling better than I have been mentally. I'm on a new fitness journey. I have, for the most part, healed the majority of the crap in my head. And now it's time for my body to follow suit. So the past 3 weeks, I've been working with a personal trainer, exercising every day, being extremely mindful and intentional of what I put in my body. And I'm telling you, it is working. It's really working. So I'm documenting that process as well. So when I have a bit more content, I will be putting that out as well. Because, I'm literally a newbie at this whole fitness journey, and I'm learning as I go. And, I want to share that with you guys. So, hey, Courtney. So happy you could make it. Hey, Renee. Oh, I love that you did that, Renee. That is amazing. And that is such a useful way for tarot, is to shed some light on the stuff that we consciously are not seeing, and how some of the things we do could be geared or motivated by our shadow. So I really love that you did that. That is that's great. That is a great example about what using the tarot for personal growth and development looks like. Yeah, totally. I love that. Okay, first question. All right, everybody. So just to recap, last call for questions is going to be at 2:45, as I need to get a nap in before I work, and put all questions in caps so I can see them quicker. Okay, this is for Sonia. Can I see your son? Give me a sec. I'm going to try. No one's really ever asked me that, but I'm going to try to remote view him. I've never tried to do this before without my stuff, but that's okay. I can still do it. But I do need to scribble on something. So I'm going to do that. Sonia's son. I'm getting the initials JM. Don't know if that has anything to do with your son, but that is really what I'm feeling, JM. Like, I see short brown hair. When I say short, it's not a buzz cut or anything. It's like, I don't know, maybe the longest part of the hair is like this long. I see like a really toothy grin. Toothy grin. What do you call these? The bicuspids or the incised? I don't know my teeth, but these teeth, they're quite pronounced. When I see this kid smile, it's like I see those teeth coming in. I don't know if this is resonating, but this is the picture that I'm getting. Now, let me connect with the cards and maybe that can help. Okay, Sonia's son. Wheel of Fortune. Did he like to play games? Games that involve strategy. The Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles is like teamwork. And this, the ruins, is giving me like construction worker vibes. Don't know if anything is resonating with you, Sonia. Oh, yes? Okay, that's good. Page of Wands in reverse and the moon. Oh, he was really young. I'm feeling 21, 22. Not ready. Not ready. Okay, what is the message for you, Sonia? What is the message for you today? Oh. The Two of Cups, partnership. He's always with you. Through cold, desolate times to warm, joyous times, he's there with you all the time. If you ever took a vacation with him, he wants you to remember that. He wants you to think about that because there's some sort of message in that memory. Okay, who's next? Renee, did I locate my nocturnal bird caller? Yes, I did. And he comes to see me every time I'm working. He's what do they call it? A screecher owl. And they're small. And that is their calling. They're very weird. But now when I go, he'll cut, like you can hear him far in the distance, and then he comes closer to like right on the edge of the clearing and the woods, and we have a conversation, and I love it so much. I love connecting with animals. All of like the birds in the morning, I will mimic their calls, and when you can feel when they're answering back, and you can feel it. You can feel that that call is directed to you, and it is the best feeling ever. I do that with the coyotes. I don't think we have wolves in my area, but maybe I'm connecting with the wolves too. But any animal, I definitely try to connect with. Okay. Love to all. Here is a general message for you. I hope you're doing well. I'm so happy that you are here this afternoon. I'm so happy I'm here this afternoon. You know, I was getting worried. I was getting really worried there for a while. Okay. Let's have a general message to love to all from Love's Spirit Guides. We've got the 5 of Wands. This is like, in this case, I don't want to call it conflict, but I want to call it being slightly outside of your comfort zone and it just not feeling the greatest. 6 of Wands, which is interesting. After shuffling and then getting the second card, they're consecutive. So this is specifically talking about a progression that you're going through right now. Being either forced to be outside of your comfort zone or intentional, but it's leading to a raise, an increase in your vibration. This is public recognition. This is recognition from your higher self. This is what you're working towards. The puppeteer. You are no longer allowing somebody to pull the strings for you. You are pulling your own strings. And that is how you get here. So they specifically want to acknowledge you for that right now. Congratulations. It is not an easy place to get to, especially if you had been struggling with limiting beliefs or low self-confidence or something like that. Yeah, the Emperor. This is your era of rising above everything that once kept you down. What can we hope for the next 6 months? Like what can you expect in terms of progress from now to the end of the year? The Knight of Wands, direct communication, no delays. This is very quick energy. The Ace of Wands, this is ignited passion. And without this, you can't get to here. And then the 4 of Wands. And this is you creating your ideal home life, you know, choosing your family, choosing what you want in your environment to create a sanctuary. And this is all going to start to come together by the end of this year. You will be on top of your ideal life. You continue to do what you're doing. And if you want to see it quicker than the end of the year, you know, just keep working harder. But this is the type of work that actually pays off. This isn't the type of thankless work that we're all so afraid of doing, right? this stuff actually pays off. Okay. Let's go up here a bit. Hey, Debbie, I'm so happy that you're here. Thank you so much for being a member too. A message from your mom. Absolutely. Message from your mom. Six of Wands. It's a popular card today. I feel like this is your mom waving at you. Did she look like this by any chance? Like with the hair? I feel the hair is really, I don't know, symbolic for some reason of her. Justice. Oh my gosh. And look at here. Right here. Looks like her too. So justice. What do you want to say about justice? Oh. Debbie, she's referring to, and that's why the Six of Wands. She's referring to you choosing yourself over a relationship that didn't serve you. Two of Cups in reverse. So this is essentially the breakup card. And with the Six of Wands, this is somebody who has made the tough decisions for their greater best life, right? Their greater good, their best life, that kind of thing. Justice is saying that you stood up for yourself. You stood up for what was right. And as much as it hurt and as lonely as it was for a period of time, you did that. It was all you. Yeah, Eight of Cups, moving on. You moved on from what did not serve you. And your mom is so bloody proud of you for that. She was in the background fighting for you, cheering you on, reminding you not to ever give up on yourself. She knows, she sees you for the beautiful light that you are, and she always has. And that hasn't changed. That's still very much the case, and she gives you that energy all the time. She's your guardian angel. And by you making this change for yourself, it has proven to the universe, you know, what you're willing to have in your life and what you're willing not to have in your life, and how you're going to balance that at any cost. And she is absolutely there enforcing that. Let's get one of these. The song is 1,000 Years by Christina Perri, and the quote on it is, "I'll love you forever. I'm never too far. As long as I'm spirit, I'm right where you are." And that's pretty much what I just said. And what's interesting is this is the title deck. There's no other part to it. Like all the other cards have this on the back. This doesn't. So I'll read this again. "I'll love you forever, and I'm never too far. As long as I'm spirit, I'm right where you are." And that goes for your son, Sonia. Okay. Who is next? Kathy, can you tell me if my daughter Elizabeth is okay in heaven and who is she with? Absolutely. I feel like the trend today is what I just read, Debbie, right where you are. But let's get your specific message. Okay, Kathy Matthews. So I believe that there's really one place that you go when you pass, and that's heaven. I really don't believe that there's that second place, that people are thrown there for eternity, or that third place called purgatory. I don't believe that. When people, in my opinion, have like you hear of these NDEs, these near-death experiences, where people will claim that they go to hell. I believe that is a construct of our mind, and when we believe in something so fully, and there's so much fear attached to it, we can kind of condemn ourselves there for a short period of time, but it's not forever. And our guides pull us out of there when they realize that that's where we're stuck. So, and if people weren't so deathly afraid of that H place in life, I don't believe that they would ever find themselves there in the first place. So 100% your daughter is in a safe place, a beautiful place. A place where you can heal and you can go and you can plan your next journey. What message does she have for you today? I'm getting the initial E. Not her name, though. Two of Cups, Six of Swords. Okay. Two of Wands. Interesting. So, Two of Wands is partnerships, okay? The relationships that she had on Earth. Six of Swords is moving to calmer waters. That would be her transition. Moving from the earthly plane, which is very dense, into spirit. So spirit would naturally be calmer waters compared to Earth. And the Two of Wands. This is making plans. And in order to make plans for the future, you need to reflect, or she needs to reflect on the life that she just had. And a lot of the lessons that she's saying, that she's learned, and she's learned through you specifically, is what I'm hearing in my head. Lessons I learned from my mom. Like she said it like that, like from my mom. Don't forget that part. Please don't forget that part. Is to stand in her own power. And to be compassionate, but also be strong, and what it means to be both at the same time. Especially as a woman. This picture, she's bringing me to this memory, and where she wasn't sure if she could get through this experience. This experience was very painful for her and scary, but She said that you were there and you made her believe that she could carry on. And that is the lesson that she's going to carry on into the next lifetime. And it's a big thank you. It's a very big thank you. And this is a really perfect example about how every relationship you have in your life helps you gain lessons to take on to the next part of your journey after this life. And how every person that you have a connection with, especially a loving connection with, is part of that. And how we all kind of teach each other things. And she's very grateful for that. The Queen of Spades. And you actually got 2 cards. So you got the Queen of Spades on this side. Your path is yours alone. Walk it boldly. That, I think, is also part of the vibe that she learned from you in this moment, specifically. This is the Strength card. The wisdom I want to pass down is 1. You don't need permission to live fully. And she couldn't pass that down if she didn't get that from you. And the other side of the card is, I'm sorry. And there's like a communication box, telephone box there. I just called to say I love you by Stevie Wonder. And there's one thing on the back too. It says, I was wrong about 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not saying I'm sorry when I should have. So that's another lesson that we can all take from Elizabeth. Is that feeling bad isn't enough for when we do wrong. You need to say sorry. You need to close those chapters, those bad, rough chapters, and close them so they're not left festering. Okay, I hope that resonated with you, Kathy. I'm so sorry that your daughter's not with you anymore. I can't imagine. That's not natural to outlive your children, but it still happens. So I'm so sorry. Oh, thank you for the super chat. Aw. Thank you, love to all. That was extremely generous of you. Thank you so much. All right, Courtney, general message or how old is my soul, whichever one you feel like tackling. Okay. Okay. Your soul is timeless. Let's just say that. Your soul is timeless. Let's see what your higher self has to say about your lifetimes in general. Okay. For Courtney B. The 9 of Wands. And the Hierophant. So this is giving me vibes of a lifetime where you You couldn't be you couldn't be yourself. Why? Because of persecution, the Hierophant. This is conventional beliefs. This is religion. This is conformity. And then with the Nine of Wands, this is like the final push. This is, and it's also giving vibes of a prison. I am instantly feeling that you have a past life from Celtic, oh man, like older than medieval times. Maybe like Druidic times. Yeah. It wasn't pretty. It was very tough. It was very tough. But you never caved. I don't feel that yet. The Star. No, you stayed true to what you believed in. And I believe it cost you your life. The Ten of Swords. Yeah, it cost you your life. Painful endings. But the Magician is just proving that energy cannot be destroyed nor created. It just changes form. So this was your painful ending in that lifetime. And you just kept going on because your soul is eternal. But it's old. I'd love to do a past lifetime reading for you where we can isolate the 3 lifetimes that have direct relevance to your life now and see what's going on there. And I'd love to post it for everybody. So if you're interested in doing that, free of charge, again, this is just me wanting to try stuff out, email me, thewayofTruthTarot@gmail.com. Same goes for any of you. If you want to be featured, if you want your private reading to be featured on my channel, I don't charge for those because, you know, like you're helping me out by like whatever. Just, yeah, email me. I kind of want to start like a new series about something like that. Okay. Oh, Sonia, you brought him to Cuba. There's some sort of hidden message in that trip. So I want you to, you know, when you're in a nice, emotional, happy state, I want you to think about that and just reflect on it and see what pops in your head. This is for Maddie. Any message for my sister, Tam? Does she stay with the guy she is with? And is there a message from her husband, Ken, from the spirit side? Okay. So this is the first message for your sister, Tam, regarding if she stays with the guy she's with. Should Tam stay with the guy she's with? Actually, give me a card on the energy of Tam's relationship. And it gave me a crap ton of cards. Okay, so I'm getting the 5 of Pentacles, feeling left out in the cold. Isolation. Not a good card. This is also poverty. 4 of Swords. Normally, this card doesn't mean laziness. In this case, I'm feeling laziness. I'm feeling, and not from Tam, but with the guy she's with. I feel like this, like what you're seeing here is kind of what she'll walk into after a long day's work. And she desperately wants to follow her North Star, but then mob mentality gets in because of the man she's with. His mentality directly affects her, and it gets in the way of her living her best life. To each his own. Some people would maybe think that's not necessarily a bad relationship, but I am somewhere feeling like she does not feel that way. And perhaps she's not ready to make that decision yet, but give me a card if she decides to stay. She decides to stay, she's going to want to move to calmer waters, the Six of Swords. Give me a card if she decides to leave. Okay, if she decides to leave, give me 3 cards. The Knight of Wands, which is hell, yes, really quickly, fast energy, direct communication. 8 of Pentacles, skill development, growth, expansion. 10 of Cups, full emotional sovereignty, happiness, and fulfillment. The card said it. Okay. And from Ken. I'm hearing in my head, she knows her worth. She knows that she deserves better. He has a really low voice. His voice almost reminds me of a lumberjack. Really low, grizzly, manly man voice. I also feel like he had a brown mustache. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's just what my mind is attaching to the deep voice, but I don't know. I keep seeing a brown mustache. Okay. What's Ken's message to Tam? Okay, so now this card means rest and relaxation. As in, Tam has a lot on her plate and has for a long time. And in order, he wants her to be pulling the strings of her life, not some guy, not anything else but her. He wants this card to be flipped upright, to know her power, her internal power. She doesn't need anybody's help. He wants her to claim her worth and to do all the things that will allow her to lead the best life that she possibly can. But she needs to cut some people out of her life. She needs to be vigilant about who she's letting in to her energy field, because that is going to slow down her growth and her expansion and her skill development. As soon as she can make more room for better things, Ken is going to help funnel in those better things, but she needs to make room for them first. And we'll get 1 card of this for Ken. Fear only has power when you let it stop you. Like I just said what I said, and I'm going to say it again, but in a different way. You don't have to be afraid of moving forward without all of the answers. 5 of spades, and on the back, the event is a cookout or a picnic, and the song is Humble and Kind by Tim McGraw. And that's the picture. How are we doing for time? Okay, 2:30, that's good. Okay, Gloria. Hey, smiling is contagious. How can okay. So how can you find the motivation to keep going when you have nothing or you feel like you have nothing? Oh, yes. Do I ever know what that's about? Okay. Thank you so much for yours. I think it's called the super chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate all of you guys with your support and your love. It really, it means so much. Okay, where can smiling find? We got the 3 of swords that popped out. So where can we find the motivation when we feel like this, essentially? Change. Where you can find the motivation is when you visualize the real you, who you truly want to see yourself as. Like, let's say you're not there yet. Let's say you're working on self-esteem, right? Visualize the person you want to be. Visualize all of the people and the good things you can do when you're operating from that point of view, from the best version of yourself. And the reasons why you want to make that change. You need to get very real with yourself, because if the motivations are shallow, like, oh, I want to look better, as opposed to, I want to be healthy, I want to have longevity, I want to, at 70 years old, be able to, I don't know, run the track with my grandson to help him get ready for an athletic event for school or something, you know? You need to find the purpose in the change. If it means a lot to you, you will find the motivation. You will. Because the result, the ending result is try or stay the same and stay miserable. You know, and sometimes if we don't find the motivation, it means that we have to sit with something and release something like a blockage or a wound or something that is keeping us from our motivation. Yeah, the Page of Wands in reverse. This is being held back. Yes, you can ask me another question. Put it in caps, and I'm going to take Danielle's, or let me go up here a bit. Put it in caps, and I will get back to it. I'm just going to answer something else while I keep going. Okay. Hey, Eagle. Oh, okay. I'm really behind. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Does my sister have? Okay. That was the one I last left out. Okay, so Amethyst Girl, any message from my cousin? From Amethyst Girl, I'm going to keep on going down. And I've made a decision because I may not get to everybody today, just in the little time that I have. But that's okay because I want you guys to email me your questions if I have not gotten to you. And I will do them tonight at work for you. Because I want to get to everybody's questions. So, if I have not gotten to you by the end of this at 3:00, please email me the questions and I will send you a little pre-recorded message through Dropbox link. Okay. thewayoftruthtaro@gmail.com. So a message from your cousin, Brenda. The world, completion, integration. High Priestess. I know what this is about. Oh, do I ever know what this is about? This is great. Integrating your spiritual, psychic gifts, your intuition, because your gift is changing. This is the integration period. You have accepted and acknowledged, and used your gift. But now you're ready to fully integrate it into the rest of the world, into your reality, for this last chunk of your life. This is a symbol of change. This is a symbol of how your natural gifts have just, I don't know, blossomed, matured. And she sees that. Two of Cups. She shares it with you. She helps you with it. Six of Pentacles. She helps you with it. Giving and receiving. She gives you the information, you receive it and interpret it. She wants you to start doing that with her regularly, is what it feels. Carve out some time and sit with her energy and be like, okay, what do you want me to receive? Just ask, what do you want me to receive? and then you receive it and you write it down. And you keep doing that every day if you can. And that is going to strengthen and allow you guys to have a new relationship with each other. Okay. Pam Garvey. I'm so sorry your friend passed. Is his sister getting his messages? Is his sister getting his messages? Knight of Cups. He offers them. He sends them. He sends loving messages. This is an offer of love, the Knight of Cups. To the Empress. Sending messages to his sister. Oh, they're very clear today. The Page of Pentacles. I don't think she realizes what they are. I don't think she realizes what they are. The Page is like somebody who is not yet fully mature yet. This is like usually represents like an 18 to 21-year-old person that is just in the beginning stages of a certain skill. And so I don't think she hasn't been doing like she hasn't been getting messages from him she has not been getting messages from him for very long. So I don't think that she can discern yet what these messages are and where they're coming from. And I think that she has some fear. The Mob card, this is about picking up on other people's projections of their fears on spirit messages, right? And I think that would be preventing her from receiving them fully. So one thing that could help for that is asking herself, sitting with herself about what is she really afraid of happening, right? Does she feel physically unsafe? Like, what is causing this fear? And when she can figure that out, the messages won't be blocked off. I hope that helps. Yeah, Amethyst, I did your question about your cousin. Oh, thank you so much. Love to all. Rhonda West, thank you so much for joining us. What does your financial future look like? Okay. So this will be if you don't do anything different. Okay. If you stick to what you are doing now and don't change anything, this is what the financial future will look like. Two of Cups. This is like a choice. Two of Cups is like partnership, but it also can be choices. The World, this is integrating things you've chosen to have to be part of your financial plan. So the Fool in reverse, this is like To me, I'm feeling not wanting to take a risk on something, or being hesitant to try something because you're worried that it's going to bite you in the ass. So give me one card that represents if you don't choose this choice, you keep doing with what you're doing. What does the financial future look like in a year from now? One card. The Magician in reverse. This is not being in your full power, which I'm reading in financial terms as not being as secure as you would like to be. What needs to be considered to change that to the upright? King of Wands. King of Wands is being a bit daring, but not in a stupid way. It's almost like playing it smart, but not necessarily playing it too safe. And I don't know what that can mean financially, because, yeah, my financial future is day to day. So I don't know what that could mean, but hopefully this makes sense to you. Page of Cups. Yeah, the Page of Cups is curiosity. This is like looking at all your options, maybe even the options that aren't as safe. But obviously, you do what you feel is right for you in the end. What I'm feeling is like when I keep saying do the option that's not as safe, it's not that it's not as safe. Do the option that is less conventional. Something that maybe isn't done as much, or something that is newer. That's kind of more or less what I mean. Oh, thanks, love to all. I really appreciate it. Yeah, if anybody's here that's not subscribed, please consider subscribing. It doesn't cost anything, and especially if you like the content, it's it lets me know that I'm giving you content you like. Okay, Danielle. Is my mom's debt going to be finished with for good by the 29th? Okay. Is my mom's debt going to be finished with for good by the 29th? Okay, I'm assuming you mean the 29th of August. Okay, I've got the Puppeteer. And again, this is not a traditional tarot card. There's two extra cards in this deck. The Mob and the Puppeteer. The Puppeteer means somebody pulling the strings, somebody controlling the situation. So these three cards are saying that she's going to be getting some communication, the Knight of Wands, from the person who is controlling the money or in charge of where it goes. So I don't know if this would be like a debt collector or a lawyer that is in charge of putting the money in certain places, what have you. So sometime this month, she's going to get some direct communication from them. What is this communication going to say? About the final push. So the final payment maybe, or the final, like you said, the final ending to this debt. And then the Two of Cups is again choice. So it's like they're going to call her, giving her some sort of choice about the last part of her debt thing. I don't know what that means. What does this mean? Yeah, okay. This means that there's going to be more financial balance. Okay. So far, so good. Okay. If yes, will she be back to taking care of herself financially? If yes, which that does look like a yes, will she be looking after herself financially? It's going to be, so at first she's going to really be urged to be very passionate, highly excited that she's debt free. But that has to change, right? Because that type of behavior could get her in trouble again. So she's going to have to work really hard on balancing this new lifestyle, so she doesn't go back to her old issues, right? So I know you're wanting to have some changes made about all that kind of stuff. So yes, things will be easier for her to take care of herself financially. However, I don't know. It's going to be a really hard thing for her to transition to. And so it's best to, what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say you need to exercise some the word no in certain instances, so you don't get taken advantage of. I know that's easier said than done, though. Is this spirit-led or in order as posted? Gloria. Oh, it's in order as posted, or at least I try to do it that way. Oh, Rhonda, I'm so sorry. That is so tough. Yes, Danielle, I am feeling a lot better. Does Faith Hilton have any message? This is for Victoria, Ladybug. Does Faith Hilton, does Faith Hilton have a message for me? First card is the Devil. Knight of Wands. Seven of Wands. Wow. Yeah, she does have a message for you. Pretty damn clear, too. Yeah. Okay. There's toxic energies in your vicinity that are directly trying to infiltrate your bubble. So you need to protect your energy big time. These could be people. It could be a job. Or it could just be the situations you're putting yourself in that has this toxic quality to it. But protecting your physical space, your energetic space, and your mind is extremely important. Just so it doesn't affect your life, like what comes in and what goes out of your life. Yeah. Anything more you want to say, Faith Hilton? Yeah. Protect, keep things close to your chest to ensure your emotional well-being. I hope this resonates with you, but she's really like driving it home that there's toxic energies you need to protect yourself from. Hey, Eagles, your turn. So happy you can make it. And I hope that you're doing well. If you know what I mean. I hope that you're safe and everything. Alrighty, what is coming up for you? What is coming up for Eagles? Six of Cups, Temperance, Six of Wands. Oh, this is good. I'm really happy to see this, especially after our last reading. Oh my God, this is amazing. Oh my God, this is amazing, girl. This is fucking amazing. Okay. I'm going to stop hiding it. Six of Cups. A place of inner joy. Okay. This energy is going to get you excited like you were a kid again. What is coming up? joy, excitement, living like a kid again, balance, public recognition, if you know what I mean. Finally, two opposing forces working together for a common goal, public recognition. You are going to be praised for your strength in this. And the Nine of freaking Pentacles. Luxury, wish fulfillment. You've earned this. Big time. Big time, big time, big time. You've earned this. This is great. This is really, really great. Like I said, especially after our last reading. I'm really happy to see these. I hope you are still on watching, but if not, I will message you and get you to watch. So you don't miss anything. You're so welcome, everybody. I think I did this one. Yeah, I did. Okay. Will my mom and sisters, Abby and Gemma, get the treatment they need now that the results have come back? Okay, so we've got the Three of Wands. This is them waiting for some sort of answer. This is like the doctor analyzing the test results. The Queen of Wands. This is like, so the Queen of Wands is representing the doctor explaining the results and the outcome, or like what they're going to do. And the Mob card is kind of implying that they're going to feed off of each other with their fear. Yeah, and the Lovers, this is a choice. It's about what they choose to do with the information the doctors give them. Instead of allowing it to just trigger them negatively, they can use it as information and power to get better. The Mob card, it seems like if one starts to kind of spiral down, the other two are going to follow suit. That seems to be the issue that would prevent them from getting the treatment that they want or that they need. I hope that helps. Will they get better and change their life or stay the same? And like I just said, it depends on what they choose to do with the information, how they choose to let the information affect them. Let's do your mom first. How will your mom deal with the information? Will she use it to benefit, or will she... Okay, so we have the Magician. This is actually pretty good considering your mom. She will use all the tools at her disposal. That's good. How will Abby... Six of Cups. Abby is going to take it very immaturely. I don't think she'll... This is giving me the vibes like, you know, when you're a kid and you go to the doctor, you kind of leave it up to your parents to them treating you, and like you're just a kid and you depend on your mom to listen to the doctors. Not, you can't really advocate for yourself when you're a kid. This is what I'm feeling like with your sister. I don't think she's going to be able to advocate for herself. So she's probably going to put more pressure on your mom, which I don't think your mom will be able to deal well with, because she'll have her own stuff to deal with. Okay, and then we'll get a card for Gemma. Two of Wands. Planning stages. Empress in reverse. I don't know what like medical thing you're talking about, but with these three cards, the Two of Wands, the Empress in reverse, and the Seven of Wands, it's making me feel like, especially with the Empress in reverse and the Seven of Wands, is infertility issues that making her plan her life is going to be difficult. This is going to freak her out the most. If there is any sort of infertility issues to go along with this treatment, that is going to be an issue for her. At the end of the day, dear Danielle, they're on their own journey. And sometimes we have to pour more of our attention into ourselves than others, especially when we're depleted. And it just goes to show how sweet you are and selfless you are, because you have so much concern for your family that may not always have it back for you. So it's absolutely okay to pour that back into yourself. That's all I'm saying. All right. I think I have got everybody. Oh, thanks, Courtney. Oh, I think I missed one. Okay. I missed a couple. So this is for Sasha DC3. Is my spouse in love with his ex? he cheated on you with. Oh no, I'm so sorry you had to go through that. Oh, that sucks. My 2 long-term relationships were all about that. Yeah. It's gross behavior. And it's a lot just easier saying, I'm not into you, instead of pretending and then cheating. That's such gross behavior. Okay. Is my spouse in love or love his ex who he cheated on me with? I got the Sun. And to be honest, this is the only time I think that I've ever experienced getting the Sun card and it not being a good thing. The Sun card is ultimate positivity. King of Cups. King of Cups is about an emotionally balanced male. What this is saying is that if this card was upside down, I would say he's not in his right emotional mind, and this cannot be trusted, right? But it was upright. And with the energy that I'm feeling, Queen of Pentacles. Independence. Independent thought. Not being influenced by any sort of like emotional situation or, you know, I'm so sorry. If he says this is not the case, then maybe he's not ready to see it himself, but if he says it didn't mean anything, I wouldn't trust that. I'm so sorry. I really hate giving bad news. But I'm full transparency on my channel. I'm never going to bullshit you or tell you something that only you want to hear. My channel is called The Way of Truth Tarot. So. But it doesn't make it any easier giving bad news. AR, when will you get married? When will you get married? We got the Magician in reverse. This is not having all of the things that you need to get married. Upright would be having all of the tools to your disposal, all the resources to your disposal, but it was in reverse. So what are those things that need to be in place before you can get married? The Moon. Shedding light on the things you don't know. Empress in reverse. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Why is the Empress in reverse? Mm. This is interesting. So the Magician in reverse is like not having everything you need to go forth with getting married. The Moon is suggesting that there is some deep I don't know, like I'm feeling like there's a disconnect between your partner. You don't. The Moon is implying that there's some things beneath the surface that you don't know about each other yet. And I asked, why is the Empress in reverse? And then the Queen of Wands came up. And the Queen of Wands is like a career woman. And with these two cards together, this is like maybe a part inside of you, or see, I'm AR. I'm not sure if you're a man or a woman. But regardless, let's say you were a man, then this would imply that maybe the female partner is not on board yet or not ready to make that decision yet. Or if you are female, then there's something inside perhaps that wants to live more of an untied down life. And that just tells me, because the Empress card's in reverse. Upright would be like, I'm ready for commitment. I'm ready for the next stages of getting married and possibly children. Like the Queen of Wands out of all of the queens is the less like traditional wife type, homemaker type queen. This is like a queen whose kids are her fur babies and she runs her own company, you know? And the Nine of Pentacles is not having the finances or the physical resources for that next step yet. And, you know, it's hard to put a timeline to this kind of thing because it can be really quick. When somebody realizes just one of these things can come along very quickly. So it's very hard to say. I'd have to maybe do a more in-depth reading with you. But this is the closest I can get to right now. Okay, woman. Okay, Danielle. Oh, you're so welcome. I hope that helps. And if you ever want a more in-depth reading, you can email me at thewayofTruthtarot@gmail.com. And I charge by time. So, if you're ever interested in a private reading, email me and I can send you my kind of how I charge with time. And actually my prices are probably cheaper than most readers out there. I probably can actually guarantee you that they are. Everybody tells me that I'm not going to make any money doing it my way, but whatever. Okay, so is that attachment since you were there, since being there? Sorry, I'm just fixing my cards. Just make sure they're all facing one way. All right. So I feel like there's a bunch of stuff, Danielle, that we talked about with our first private reading. And those are all of the things that you can do now. Has the attachment arrived since you have been where you're living? Okay, this is the last question that... Oh, sorry, Ginger. Just trying to find it. I don't know where it is. I don't know. I can't see it, Ginger. Let me do Danielle's, and can you just type it one more time? And Ginger's question is the last question because I really got to get to a nap. Okay. So Danielle's Queen of Swords, Eight of Wands, yeah, so just being in that energy where you live opens up that wound, that entity or thing, that energy likes to attach itself to. So it's not so much that it's the entity causing the issues, it's the wound that attracts the entity that makes everything worse, if that makes sense. So employing self-power is so important for you, Danielle, in little things, because you need to step into your power as an individual, regardless if they're your family. It's like, it's why I cut my dad out of my life, because I realized You know what? I wouldn't let a stranger on the street talk to me and treat me the way he does. Why am I giving him full reign? And when you take precedence and you stand up and say no more, it shows everything else like, oh, she's not screwing around anymore. It's going to be harder for us to do this. And yeah, being more mindful of your protective bubble too. Being intentional about what you put in your own awareness. Yeah, Gloria, you're absolutely right about that. Oh, thanks, Smiling. Thanks, Ginger Bell, for typing that again. Will I get the answers to where my green heart is in August? Will I get answers to where my green heart is in August? Strength, Two of Pentacles, Five of Swords. I would say, yeah, we have strength. This is not going to be an easy discovery. Okay. Five of Swords. This is like, and I don't know if the green heart is a physical thing. However, the Five of Swords is about betrayal, thievery, like betrayal. To me, this was something that you were not anticipating. See how he's juggling, and one of the things he's juggling is a grenade. This discovery is going to feel like that. It's going to feel like you were juggling a ball, and instead of a ball, it was a freaking grenade that blew up in your face. And I know that's like really like, okay, wow. Okay. Yeah. But this is very important. This is very important. A very important discovery for you. Okay, why is it so important? It's going to help you choose. I feel like there's a choice right now that you don't know how to make. This is going to allow you to make it. Whatever you discover is going to allow you to make the decision. And we've got the Star. So this situation is one of those things in life that suck, but is crucial for our development and our growth and for us reaching our best life. So you don't have to be happy about it, but feel it, let it go, and just be grateful that you are you and you can use this situation to allow you to expand and grow and get to your best life. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your super chats. Thank you for all of your love. And I am going to... Hello, 2025. Thanks, Sonia. You're so sweet. I want to do another one this week. I want to try to... Because I'm taking a wee break from true crime. But I don't want to, like, not give you guys content, right? So I'm going to be doing more lives. I also want to do an animal communication live for you guys too. So it's strictly going to be questions about your fur babies alive or you know, on their next journey. But no human questions. So that I want to try to do this week. I'm not sure when. What I'm learning is it's best that I do not plan stuff. Because shit sometimes happens and I don't like letting you guys down. So be sure to always check my posts on my community page because I post a lot there. And so I'm going to post there first, a couple hours before I go live. Okay? So check that. Make it a habit to check that so you don't miss a live opportunity. Yes. All right. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and I will see you all real soon with another video and another live. Oh, you're so welcome. Love to all, and you're so welcome to everybody. You guys are great, and I will see you real soon. Bye.